The game is on when you see.
Welcome to From Finland with Love
Hello.
and Happy New Year
Oh, yeah.
2021.
Yeah.
Have you made food?
No.
Okay, then we have to just talk.
I actually almost made cucumber sandwiches,
Okay,
but I forgot to buy the cucumbers.
okay, and
Yeah.
the sandwiches.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we just thought that let's have a small general talk about James Bond. We are waiting for the next movie to come out, the No Time to Die, and it's been postponed a couple of times, we all know that. But,
I think it's really nice. They're keeping us in suspense,
yeah,
We're really looking forward to it now, so it better be really good.
yeah, they've been coming too often. I mean, it's like too much James Bond.
Yeah.
It's true, yeah. But I thought let's talk through about James Bond, like Daniel Craig's movies, a little bit about them, and then what are the expectations for the next movie, and then the expectations maybe for the next James Bond actor, and
Oh, wow.
in what direction Bond could go.
Right.
And we don't have
Okay.
to do a deep dive, but let's just have some, because we're all the time talking about these things all the time. I can't get enough of it.
But we do love James Bond.
Yeah,
And if we're feeling like watching a movie or something like that, it's very often we're putting on a James Bond movie.
yeah, and very often it's like I always say I need to watch a bit of Bond, and then we watch like
Sure.
half an hour, just because you kind of want to be in that in that mood, have that good kind of feeling.
True.
And very often it's just maybe the kids are up and I still choose some part that isn't too violent, and our daughter watches it a little bit, and it's just to get into the mood. Sometimes we do watch the whole movie through, but not so often
Not
actually.
often, no.
Yeah. If you think that, okay, we're gonna have a nice evening, let's put on a Bond, what's the kind of mood, the movie or the actor or something you tend to go to?
Okay, first of all, I love James Bond, so whatever I say here, it's on a James Bond scale. It's not compared with any other movies or any other actors or fictional people. We're just talking James Bond.
Yeah.
So if I say something that I don't love, it's still great because it's James Bond.
And if I say something stupid, I didn't mean it. Okay.
Okay, so when we put on a James Bond, what I'm looking for is it's like definitely spy, gentleman, glint in the eye, like a little bit of sexual tension.
You tend to get quite hot when we watch it.
Exactly.
That's why we always have to stop after 20 minutes and cool down a little bit.
And I do love the adventure of it.
Yeah.
And then also the locations.
Yeah. So what do you love the least about them?
Well, at the moment, though Daniel Craig is amazing and all that stuff, I'm not loving the violence of it.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't feel as smart.
But I do agree with that when Casino Royale came, it was actually a very necessary reboot, because they kind of got really ridiculous, those the last movie actually. I mean, I do love Pierce Brosnan as a Bond. I think he's a really
Yes.
smooth and really cool guy, and many of the scenes in the movies are fantastic, and I do like watching the movies,
Yeah.
except the last half of the last movie, Die Another Day, which
You
is
don't
I
have to go
also
into
have
that.
to say one thing, that Die Another Day, No Time to Die, Tomorrow Never Dies. I think it's kind of, it shows a little bit of lack of imagination.
Definitely.
They're too close to each
Yeah.
other. I think it's ridiculous.
Yeah, I never remember the new movie's
Yeah.
name. I always have to,
Yeah.
No Time to Die.
But anyway, so I think I have to talk about the invisible car. One thing, I'm sorry,
Oh, God.
I have to say this, because sometimes can you put the camera on? Sometimes you find people who defend the technology. That the idea with the invisible car was that it's having cameras on the other side of the car, and then it's projecting it on the screens on the other side of the car. And that is kind of a ridiculous thing. First, if you think that the camera should the screens should be on tires and on wipers and on mirrors
it's so
and
ridiculous.
windows and everything. But
Yeah.
even if you had that, it's still impossible, because the thing is that if you let's pretend that this is now the car. It's projecting on this side, camera on the other side. If you try to align your finger so that it matches up, it's super difficult to do, but you manage to do it. I can't see it from the camera now, so I can't say, but if you manage to do it, then you even you move your head this much and it's not.
It's out.
It's out, yeah.
It
So the
doesn't
thing
work.
that even if you would manage to stand on the right spot and everything would align up, just moving a bit, or the next guy standing next to you, it wouldn't be aligned. It never works. So it would have to have like a gazillion lenticle lenses that project a different picture to every location where you're standing.
Isn't that what they had?
No. This is sensitive. Don't joke. The only thing we can't joke about. So anyway, that just got too much Spider-Man for me. So the Bond movies needed the reboot, and I think Casino Royale was a fantastic reboot in that way that it was suddenly something different, and it had to kind of show everyone else, you know. In Finnish, we have this fantastic expression, "Mistä kana kusee," which means where the chicken is peeing from. It means that who's the boss here, and you kind of have to kind of show, you know, that there's competitors like Jason Bourne and all of this, and Jason Bourne just had to take it again and show that this is the thing. So I think they had to take a serious approach, a serious actor, and they had to make it really kind of powerful in a way. The problem, the kind of negative thing was that it got so violent that when my mom was, you know, I told, sorry about my voice, I had this thingy for a while, it's nothing serious. And when my mom heard about the new Bond movie, she wants to go and see it. And I saw it and I said, sorry mom, you can't see it. And that's a little bit sad.
Well, we understand that you need a new audience, of course, as well. But somehow I think you could maybe please both ends of the spectre.
Yeah, because pun intended. And the thing is that also that it, in a way, Bond movies have been kind of family holiday movies. Like Christmas comes and a new Bond movie, and the whole family can go and watch it.
Yeah.
And then it becomes so violent that you actually can't do it. So that's the thing, and it's a very difficult thing. It's kind of a thin line where they have to kind of move, and it's kind of the humor Bond, the fun Bond, the humor, and then kind of not being ridiculous. So humor sometimes makes it easily too ridiculous.
Absolutely.
And that's the kind of the problem where you have to be. And I think we've gone a little bit too far into being too serious now. And Pierce Brosnan was a fantastic Bond, but in many parts the films were a little bit too ridiculous. And Roger Moore's were also ridiculous. But the thing is that I watched Roger Moore's movies when I was, you know, starting from 12. So in that way, I can still see them with those eyes. So it all depends on very much where you come from. Which Bond you've seen first, that becomes the kind of standard. What James Bond did is.
True. Absolutely. That's true.
I think that almost every James Bond fan has seen a Bond movie when they've been, you know, children or teenagers. And you will always love it.
You're experiencing something for the first time. I mean, of course, it's different.
Yeah,
then.
you kind of experience it again your whole life with a little bit of a same kind of
memories.
You say memories, yeah. No one. I mean, if I would have seen a Bond movie now, the first Bond movie, it wouldn't have been like I'm rushing out from the theater. Coming through, I'm in a hurry, I have to go home and I have to build a James Bond room. You know, that doesn't happen now. In a way, you had to experience it and then you've been kind of, oh my God, this changed my life.
True.
And then it kind of escalates a little bit.
But that's also due to that there is so much now competitors with James Bond.
Yeah.
I mean, in the beginning there weren't that many. I mean, it was, you know, Peter Sellers Depardieu, that's it.
Exactly. Those were the two. And we love both. You should see my Peter Sellers room. It's fantastic.
It's amazing. Got an elephant and all.
Yeah. So if you just talk through the then Casino Royale, I liked it. I thought it was. I mean, the cool thing was that there was so much like gambling and stuff.
That's true. Gambling. That's
and
good
it's a
in
big part
James
of the
Bond.
movie. Moomins. It's going well this, and the Moomins are from Finland,
They
by
are.
the way. We're very proud about
Yeah.
that. So we try to sneak in them whenever we talk about anything. So yeah, I think that was a good movie. Then came, and you also liked it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Then came Quantum. For me, that's still a mess. I
It's
can't
hard.
kind of. I've watched it many times, and in a way, there's nothing that super disturbs me. Maybe the super close up, fast cutting in the action is a little bit disturbing, but it was a style choice, and I
But
kind of
it's
can't.
hard to remember
If
it.
I now try to tell what happens in the movie,
I couldn't.
it's kind of a mess for
Yeah.
me. Somehow that movie is like a transport movie.
Yeah.
Then we get Skyfall.
Yeah, which is amazing.
Yeah, I think it's really good.
Yeah.
It's kind of. Yeah, it's probably our favorite now of the Craig movies.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And then after that came then Spectre. What are your thoughts about Spectre?
You go first.
Okay, I think that the Spectre in general is an okay movie. The only thing that really disturbs me is the kind of end. I don't understand the thing that Madeleine Swan, when she's he finds her in the big building and she's kind of tied up with these red ropes.
Oh yeah.
And
And they're building the suspense,
yeah,
and then he just
cuts
and they
it
run
open and
away.
jump down. Yeah, so it's kind of beautiful when he jumps down to the net and there's the kind of the
Yeah.
big construction kind of net there. But somehow it feels that it should have been so that in the beginning, when he sees Blofeld and he shoots immediately, which is kind of ridiculous, but he shoots so the logo kind of appears there a little bit and blah blah. Which is from one of the posters. The cracking in the glass becomes the Spectre octopus.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
yes.
So, but it would have been cooler that Madeleine would have been there with Blofeld, maybe tied in a chair or something like that, and then they talk, and Blofeld presses a button, and it starts to fill with water, and he leaves the room, and then it would have been kind of a reference. I mean, much worse to see also the other loved one, drown. So the water just
Oh,
goes
yeah,
up, and
very
then he
dramatic.
tries to shoot the window, and then he somehow maybe then finally finds something to break it with. Let's say that there's a huge freaking log or pillar or something and he manages to catapult it or swing it like against the glass when she's about to drown and
Yeah,
she
right.
comes out and blah blah.
Yeah.
Something like that. The thing that we know, she's in ropes, painful thing, we both explode and gone.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
see her drowning and then have something
Yeah.
that would be so just felt a little bit sloppy, and that's the only thing that really annoys me. Maybe also the thing that the exploding watch, escaping the torture chair with the exploding watch is a little bit of okay. We've seen that. We just had to
pretty
have
obvious.
it do something.
Yeah.
So could have
We
been
got
something
the money
else.
for it. We have to use it.
Yeah, maybe it could have been used in the last scene, not breaking
Maybe.
the glass, but something in that thing.
Yeah.
Okay, so next movie, Die Another Day, and what do we?
No Time to Die.
That day you see it.
Yeah. It's
Tomorrow
impossible.
Never Dies.
And it took me this long to realize.
Yeah.
I was like, something's wrong, but what's wrong?
Not Die Another Day, No Time to Die. It's
Yeah.
a little bit ridiculous. So I think it looks promising.
Yeah.
With the thing that it has some fantastical things that let's hope are not ridiculous. But the glider plane that becomes a submarine, and actually
Yeah,
we
that
do
sounds
have.
really nice.
Yeah, I mean it has to have a little bit something like that because that sets it apart of Jason Bourne. And that's the difficult thing because if it becomes an invisible car, it's ridiculous.
Yeah. And then I'm really looking forward to strong women.
And
Actually.
we've seen actually in the Daniel Craig's movies. There's been strong
Already,
women all the
yeah.
way. Yeah,
That's been a really good development.
Yeah.
And women that can act, that's also nice.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you look at the old movies, like Jesus, there's a lot of it feels just like producer's nephew, looking pretty and can't act at all. There's a lot of those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's a fantastic development.
Then I hope that it's going to have some, or at least let's say movies after this. We can also talk about the future of Bond, but I mean I would like to have more of the tension and less of explosions. More of let's say like in On Her Majesty's Secret Service when he's is acting that he's some kind of specialist
Yes.
in heraldics and
Yeah.
no, in the
Somewhere they're up in.
and so
Glorfins.
undercover in that way.
Yes.
That's the tension. We know at some point he's going to be exposed, and also that he's kind of sneaking around.
Yeah.
It's the same thing when Roger Moore in A View to a Kill is there at Zorin's stables, and he's also, and they kind of have a feeling that everything's not okay.
Yeah.
Or when James Bond is also a hostage, like in Goldfinger, when he's James Bond is Goldfinger's captured by him, and he's in the cellar. He manages to escape from there and lurk into their plans, and there are many movies like.
We haven't actually seen this the scene that they had many times before, that the bad guy leaves James Bond to die somewhere. We haven't seen that.
Yeah.
And James
He's
Bond
probably gonna
always escapes.
Yeah. Well, that's made me good because that kind of, they ran out of ideas. They've let him escape in all the ways they could imagine.
Yeah.
So yeah, more of this kind of sneaking around, spying, and also the tension, being invited to a gala where the bad guy is hosting the gala and James Bond is pretending to be someone else, and he's to the security check out that guy, and you see him sneaking up, upstairs trying to get to the bad guy's office, and there's a guard says, "Oh, where are you going, sir?" And there's something like tension without action, excitement without action,
like spy work.
Yeah.
And then this fantastic gentleman thing that maybe the bad guy knows that James Bond is James Bond already, but they're behaving,
Yeah.
It's sort of,
And
that's
also
really
the
nice.
respect, like
Respect
Scaramanga
is the word.
had this huge respect for Bond.
Yes,
And
exactly.
he invited it for a dinner,
Yeah.
but kind of hoped that now with we two giants we can meet and we can talk. And actually, James Bond didn't show him any respect.
Yeah.
So it's kind of cool, this thing, when you have those tensions. And that
I got the chills already from this.
Thank you. I can continue later. Let's watch 20 minutes of James Bond, and then I'll tell you a little bit more of this. That would be quite fantastic. And if we think of the next actor and the next, I think it would need a little bit of a reboot to a more the thin line, fantastical, humorous, but not ridiculous.
Yeah,
I mean,
and a little bit less violence.
Yeah. It would be great.
Make it more smart.
And another thing I would love would be a period Bond. Would be situated in the 60s.
Yes.
Would be fantastic. Like a miniseries on Netflix.
Maybe that's the solution. Not the movie, but the miniseries.
That's the problem. That the miniseries might kill the excitement of the big movie. And that's probably why they won't do it.
Okay.
But it would be fantastic.
But look what they've done with Star Wars now.
Yeah.
I mean, that's worked beautifully.
They managed to do it. But there they have different characters. I mean, it's
True.
not...
Oh, yeah,
so,
that's true.
So
Yeah,
that's the thing. Should it be a spin-off with someone else there? A Moneypenny action?
Moneypenny, no.
It might be too somehow ridiculous. But you don't know. Mad Men, and you think of Man from U.N.C.L.E. and all of those. They look fantastic. I mean, I'd like to see Bond in that period in the 60s having a little bit ridiculous looking gadgets, like clumsy gadgets that would be still really cool.
Yeah.
I mean, that would be fantastic.
That would be nice. Very nice indeed.
Should we end it here?
Wait, one thing.
Yeah.
I think that James Bond, since in the books he's a foodie, they should add a little bit more food in the movies.
That's a great idea. Could be. I mean,
the
he's
drink
always.
is already really nice that they have that.
Yeah.
And then they should have some more food. I'm not saying we're going to sit for half an hour watching James Bond eat.
Yeah.
But just some, nice...
Already, I mean, even James Bond could make an omelette to someone.
Yeah.
Which, that would be perfect. And he would be a little bit snobbing about that.
Yeah, you must be a little bit tired after last night. I'll make you an omelette.
But I always make my omelettes in this way because Bella said it's much better than the other way.
Precisely. And in a book, he actually does make an omelette for some woman on a boat, I think.
Yeah.
But they should have a little bit more food.
Yeah, that's a great idea. And even there could be some one-upping with the bad guy about food when they have dinner.
Yes.
Who knows more about food? And this is this and this wine, I like much rather the other one. So, yeah, but when you have this eggs this fresh, I rather want this wine.
Yes.
Something like this, that it would be, because that would be just fun. And James Bond has always been a little bit like that, one-upping with the with the competitor.
Knowing
so
his
that
stuff.
more food, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
That's what we want to have. We're sending our thoughts to Ian now. We want more food in James Bond films. Hey, thank you. Have a good beginning of the new year, and we'll be back soon. Ciao.
Bye.